Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, a Kentucky legislator visits Perry County to highlight a growing problem across Kentucky, the need for child care services. Recent data from the Christian Appalachian Project indicates more than 1 million people live in rural areas with little access to healthy food. They are called food deserts, and research shows there are plenty of those here in eastern Kentucky. Today, Senator Reginald Thomas visited with staff from Save the Children and stopped by 2 child care centers in the community. Thomas says the main reason for his visit was to emphasize the need for child care in the area and show his support.
So I really want to highlight the importance of our child care industry. So we need to make sure our child care industry is strong, is vibrant, and I want to highlight and emphasize that.
Senator Thomas says he hopes to see changes in regulations that will provide more resources to the child care industry. WYMT's Olivia Calfee will have more from locals and Senator Thomas tonight at 6. The ARH Foundation is auctioning off a special item with the proceeds going to flood relief. Starting today, you can purchase raffle tickets for a 2016 Mercedes SLK convertible online. ARH Foundation Executive Director Angela Bailey says there's still a great need for flood relief. Bailey says the needs have just shifted from short-term to long-term.
We're trying to get the word out and help people to understand this really isn't over. We need your help. So we ask for donations, and you can actually make a donation at any time through arh.org/donate.
Online raffle sales for the Mercedes-Benz run until June 13th at noon. The drawing is scheduled for 3 o'clock that afternoon. Drivers who use Kentucky 451 between the Hal Rogers Parkway and Kentucky 15 near Hazard will need to find an alternate route next Monday. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says 451 will be closed near the top of Town Mountain to allow crews to replace a drain pipe. They say work will start at 8 in the morning and should be complete by 4 that afternoon. The work will be postponed in the event of rainy weather. A somber day in Georgetown as hundreds from across Kentucky and beyond wrap their arms around the family of Deputy Caleb Conley. His funeral got underway today about 11:45. A procession followed, taking Deputy Conley to his final resting place in his hometown of Cynthiana. Many people say Deputy Conley will be remembered for being a good person and a hard worker who always gave his all. They say he will also be remembered for the sacrifices he made for everyone in Scott County. We'll have more about today's services later tonight. Police in Louisville are still searching for someone who fired shots inside a mall. They say that person shot someone inside St. Matthew's Mall yesterday. The victim was hit in the arm. They are expected to recover. Managers closed the mall for the rest of the day so police could investigate. Police have not released the name of the shooter. The mall was back open today.
Well, the vast majority of it's dry at this hour, but unfortunately the area is seeing a few showers, even some rumbles of thunder right on top of Lake Cumberland. Here's the view from at least the Pulaski County side of the lake. You see some of that rain falling. If you look close enough, some of those little shiny dots you see, that's that rain falling on the lake. And we can see still a few folks out on the lake, which is not recommended when we're dealing with thunderstorms not too far away. You can see the rainy streets of downtown Somerset. We've dropped 10 degrees in the last hour as we've gone from 82 to 72 with those spotty storms overhead. Right now making its way down the Cumberland Parkway, yes, down the Cumberland Parkway towards Russell County and out of the area, but could clip parts of Lake Cumberland there into portions of Wayne County over the next little bit. It's safe to say, if you're on the lake, go ahead, bring it inside for a little bit because we have seen some of that lightning and it's not far away there in southern parts of Casey County. Most of us dry, a few more downpours trying to get going across portions of Bell and Harlan counties, even down into portions of Lee County, Virginia, and down into the far northeastern parts of Claiborne County in Tennessee, where it's not raining, it's toasty. How about low to mid 80s? Irvin's at 86 right now. The mild air continues. The dew point's starting to go up into portions of the southern part of the region. The dew point is 68 in Somerset, where they've been dealing with the rain. Your forecast first as you head through tonight. Maybe you got some leftover burgers and dogs that you need to use up here over the next few days from Memorial Day. And we're still in the mid 80s, eventually the low 80s with just that straight chance this evening. Steve, I'll have the latest on when we see that really warm air in just a few minutes.
All right, Evan, thank you. City officials in Davenport, Iowa say 3 residents of an apartment building that partially collapsed on Sunday are still unaccounted for. Earlier this week, authorities said 5 people were missing, but 2 of them have since been contacted and are safe. While engineers are assessing how and when to take the building down, the mayor made clear it will be done in a dignified manner.
This needs to be done in a way that it respects that this is a resting place. Believe me, that we understand the significance of this tragedy.
Despite reports of structural problems with the building, city officials defended their inspection process. They say an engineer concluded in May that the building did not need to be evacuated. J.P. Morgan Chase has announced it's closing a quarter of its First Republic Bank branches. The company acquired the bank after the government seized it earlier this year in the second biggest banking failure in U.S. history. First Republic only has 84 branches. It caters to mostly wealthy clients in regions like Palm Beach, Florida, and Beverly Hills, California. The bank did not specify which branches will close. The Supreme Court dealt another blow to labor unions Thursday, siding with a cement mixing company over striking workers. Glacier Northwest can now bypass federal labor law and sue a union in state court for the destruction of property caused by workers on strike. The High Court ruled in favor of Glacier, saying the dispute could continue in state court for now. That could cause workers to decide against striking, since unions could face potentially costly litigation for misconduct during federally protected